Welcome to part 9 of turning pipe dreams into reality. Uh, Today's chapter is on preparing thoroughly before you begin. And like I did yesterday, I'm going to go through doing some other tasks first because these are in a higher priority class in my video. I did want to go ahead and take you on a little dreamscape here. So let's see. So a couple things. I want to talk about my goals currently. So my first goal was to just read it out here for you. My first goal was to create and maintain good routine habits, taking complete control of your life. And my goal was to complete it in 42 days, and that would be ending on January 3rd. Some of the sub-goals here were read one chapter of Eat That Frog per day, on one line outline what you learned and rules to follow, incorporate it into your goal planner. I now have the goal planner. That and just a bunch of other stuff about organization. But my main goal was to create and maintain good routine daily habits and take complete control of my life. I have done precisely that. I've got some good daily routine habits. So, for example, one of my buddies, Joseph, he asked me a question about like, what the hell is this? What is this stuff? Like, it looks nasty. Is it chocolate milk? I wish. That'd be awesome. So this is just one of those like super supplements. Let's see what it has in it. It's basically rich man's pea, but it has good stuff. Coca, pea protein, grass blend, wheatgrass, alfalfa, leaf, barley grass, blue-green algae. That stuff is good for you, real good. Spirulina, chorlorella, beet, apple, broccoli, kale, spinach, carrot, green cabbage, parsley, red raspberry, blueberry, strawberry, tomato, cranberry, pomegranate, acaberry. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. I think that's really good for you too. Blackberry, cherry, black raspberry, acerola, apple. You get the point. Flaxseed, banana, mango, papaya, peach, pear, pineapple, and watermelon. Also has oat fiber, flaxseed, green pea fiber, and apple peel fiber. So it's just healthy stuff. That's what that is, or that's what this is. So, last one's, or I'm sorry, my first goal was create and maintain good daily habits. I believe I am, and I believe that goal is accomplished. It can be improved upon for sure. At the moment, I got this. Right now, I'm up. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Why am I up? Because I got stuff I want to accomplish in life, and this is the witching hour for getting that sort of thing done. It's a time when it's just me and whatever it is that I choose to do with my life. No distractions, no bus, no commuting, no work, no noises, no. I just get to do whatever it is I need to do. So let's move on to what my next goal is. And maybe you guys can help me define it a little bit better for myself too. And maybe just talking it through is what I need to do. I will say one of the biggest impacts on my life recently has been slowly absorbing, Eat That Frog, the ways to stop procrastinating. I wouldn't say I'm doing them all as an exact science yet, but I will say that like hearing them pop up in my mind and come to my mind has allowed me to adjust my focus to either zoom in and determine what it is I really need, or to zoom out and look at everything and then prioritize and adjust and say, no, forget all this. That's not worth the time of day. Let me do this right here because that's what's going to really make the difference in my life. Um, and number two, and probably even more so than anything else, the positive self-talk. That I can't, I can't explain to you what it's done for me, um, as much as it really has done, but I'm gonna attempt it. You really got to do it for yourself. Like there's nothing that's going to help you more in this world than reprogramming your mind. So let me mention something. Look this one up. The law of repetition. Um, as you repeat something, the pace at which your brain, so for example, let me say, every time I get yelled at or insulted, I get depressed and cry. Let's say that that's something that, or let's say that that's something that's currently happening. So on a daily basis, I get insulted and I cry and I get sad. Well, the first time it happens, it takes 10,000 milliseconds for that start to finish process to take place in your brain. So your ears hear something. It translates it as being you hear something negative about yourself. That goes over here, and then in this department it says that was really insulting and makes me feel bad. I'll take it over to this department. And this department says, yeah, we want to accept that feeling. Take it over to this department. And it's taken 10,000 milliseconds for that process to happen. And now I'm sitting there, I'm crying, and I'm feeling bad. So then it happens again the next day. So what your brain does, your brain is an efficient muscle. It's a machine. It's like it on its own does what it feels is best for you. So in order to increase efficiency and maximum output, it says, oh hey, whoa, that thing happened again. Like, well, let's not take all these steps that we took the other day. Let's make it a shorter path. So let's do, instead of sending it to my high up guy that has to evaluate whether or not this is an insult or not, I can send it to my lower guy and just tell him, hey, last time it was an insult, just seeing if it's the same, because I think it's going to be the same. And that path now takes 9,000 milliseconds. And as this occurs and occurs and occurs and occurs and occurs, and after a daily repetition of this, so 21 days later, let's say, we now, that it doesn't, instead of sending it to the department that evaluates that and determines if that's true, or sends it to this department to evaluate, or sends it to this department, your brain creates a direct link between if you're yelled at, feel bad and cry. Because that's what happens. That's what happens most. And it's easier for it to just say, hey, jump to this mode here. Now, don't waste the time with all your mental brain powder on figuring out what's going to happen next. You already know what's going to happen next. You cry. Like, just feel bad and cry. Shoot. Why think about all the middle stuff? Like, this is just a waste of time, guys. Let's just go to straight up crying. And so in this analogy, like, this is obviously like not the perfect, great, wonderful experience analogy, but it's just something to show you the law of repetition and how it affects you. So if on a daily basis, like, let me try this one. How do you think Elon Musk feels about himself when he wakes up in the morning? Do you think he feels like a powerful individual? Or let's say Bill Gates. Maybe we don't know who Elon Musk is, but should. How do you think he feels about himself? Does he feel accomplished? Does he feel like he can conquer the world? Does he feel like he can do anything he really wants to do if he puts his mind to it? One second, I'm gonna pause this.